थोड़ा काम करेगा इंट्रोडक्शन के लिए क्या बातें करियो।
अरे सर इसको दोबारा नापो।
सर ठीक कर लो। अरे तो उससे ठीक होता रहेगा।
For the afternoon session of the third day's 24th National Federation Cup Senior Athletics Championship 2021. As far as the afternoon schedule is concerned, we'll begin with high jump final for men. At 3:40 it will be the final of 110 meter hurdles for men. At 4 p.m. 100 meter hurdles final for women. At 4:10 p.m. the final of shot put for men. At 4:15 it will be 200 meters heptathlon. At 4:20 p.m. it will be the final of long jump for women. At 4:30 p.m. round 1 of 800 meters for men. At 4:50 p.m. round 1 of 800 meters for women. At 5 p.m. the final of javelin throw for men. At 5:25 p.m. the final of 3000 meter steeplechase for women. At 5:50 p.m. the final of 3000 meter steeplechase for men. And as the last event we'll be having by 6:05 10,000 meter final for men. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the lineup for the final of high jump for men. Bib number 341 JC Sandesh of Karnataka. 592 Adarsh Ram of Tamil Nadu. Bib number 309 Siddharth Yadav of Haryana, silver medalist of Federation Cup. 575, that is Vinit Karthik of Tamil Nadu. Bib number 418 Sarvesh Anil Kushare of Maharashtra, happens to be the bronze medalist of the Federation last edition with 2.15 meters, and happens to be the gold medal winner for the nationals in the last one, and happens to be Indian Military Services gold medalist and also South Asian gold medalist. And Gio Jose of Kerala with bib number 366. Bib number 134 is Vijay of Delhi. 564 is Moti Arun of Tamil Nadu. 365 is Jitu Jani of Kerala. The national record for the event high jump stands in the name of Tejaswin Shankar, with a performance of 2.29 meters being created in 2018. The meet record stands in the name of Tejaswin Shankar at 2.28 meters created in 2018. And as far as the high jump for men, the Olympic qualifying mark stands at 2.33 meters. And these 9 athletes will be taking up the final for the high jump. As it will be taking off now. Just in another 10 minutes we have a most scintillating event, that is 110 meter hurdles final for men, and following that it will be the final of 100 meter hurdles for women. And we do have other good races for today. 800 meters heats, 3000 meter steeplechase final for women, followed by men, and the last event is going to be the final of 10,000 meters for men at 6:05. And I hope the starting height at the high jump arena could be 1.90.
पुरुषों की 800 मीटर का पहला चक्र और 4:50 पर महिलाओं की 800 मीटर प्रतियोगिता का पहला चक्र होगा। सायं 5 बजे पुरुषों की जेवलिन थ्रो भाला फेंक प्रतियोगिता का फाइनल होगा। सायं 5:25 पर महिलाओं की 3000 मीटर स्टीपल चेस प्रतियोगिता का फाइनल होगा। पुरुषों की 3000 मीटर स्टीपल चेस प्रतियोगिता का फाइनल होगा सायं 5:50 पर, और आज की अंतिम प्रतियोगिता सायं 6:05 पर पुरुषों की 10,000 मीटर की प्रतियोगिता। धन्यवाद।
And he happens to be the nationals gold medal winner with a performance of 2.26 meters. He also happens to be South Asian gold medalist, and also he happens to be the gold medal winner in the services. And another athlete by name Siddharth Yadav of Haryana happens to be a silver medal winner of the last edition of the Federation Cup. And as far as the event high jump is concerned, for the athletes it's a more technical event, and for the viewers it will be an attractive event, a graceful event to watch out as they move around, keep the runway and do that. And that happens to be 5.75 to start with. And Geo Jas of Kerala had cleared. And that happens to be 134 Vijay of Delhi. 365 Jitu Jani of Kerala had taken his jump. And those are all trial jumps. The athletes. And now the crossbar is at 2.00 meters. 341 Jesse Sandesh of Karnataka is being called out. The height of the crossbar is 2.00 meters. And that happens to be the start point of 110-meter hurdles. Another 10 minutes to go for the finals. We are about to take up the 110-meter hurdles. For continuing the commentary with, I invite Mr. Vijayanand.
Successfully leaped over the bar of 2 meters, while other final that is going to take place at the track is of 110 meters hurdles. It's going to be very excited because of the presence of 7 illustrious athletes. I will introduce to you all those athletes later on. Meanwhile, continuing the telecast from the high jump section, that was Vijay from Delhi in his first try at the 2 meter height. He got the white flag. Up next is Muthi Arun, tall guy from Tamil Nadu. He also got the white flag for his first attempt. And next up is Jitu Jani, the 9th athlete, and he'll be looking to successfully cross the 2 meter height. Coming close to the bar, good technique, and got the result of his choice. So that's how all of them have taken the first attempt there at 2 meters. Now the bar is going to be increased for all of them. Meanwhile, hurdlers are warming themselves up cross the hurdles and reach their explosive speeds. That's what we will discuss in a few minutes from now. Meanwhile, the bar has been raised with 5 more centimeters, and the new height to attain is 2 meters 5 centimeters. In the high jump, well, Tejaswin Shankar is the national record holder. He is from Sardar Patel School in New Delhi, a prodigy, and he crossed a lot of hurdles before he moved to USA, and then he got the scholarship and he added more flavor and more color to his high jump. Tejaswin Shankar, he touched the height of 2 meters 29 centimeters at Lubbock in 2018. But for some time he's not performing well. Here is Jessie Sandesh of Karnataka. Took her first try, but not quite successful there. Adarsh Ram of Tamil Nadu will try his luck on the second attempt. Tamil Nadu at your screen, taking a few steps towards the wall, and then he will try his luck. Yesterday we saw the national record went down in the record books. Well, Adarsh Ram approaching. Can he cross? No, he couldn't. 205. He tried to flourish. Good technique, but he couldn't quite cross that. And now taking you to the other final that is currently going on. Is about to start. 110-meter hurdles for men. And let me introduce you all the names of the participants. In day number 2, we have first of the 3. Naresh Yadav, first of the 3 participants of Uttar Pradesh. He will start his race from complaint. Yashwant Kumar of Andhra Pradesh, currently the gold medal winner from under 20 national championship at Guwahati. Ronald Babu of Kerala. A lot of responsibility over his shoulders because he is the lonely representative from Kerala. Then Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu raised both his arms in jubilation. Happy to see his participation there. Lokendra Pachera, the second of the participants from Uttar Pradesh, in all his smiles, and we hope that he will carry the smile till the end. Then Shrikant Madhyasipi of Karnataka, looking quite concentrated and focusing hard. And Vikram Sana, third participant out of 7, and he will start his race from lane number 8. Siddhant Thingalaya, well, Siddhant Thingalaya, excuse me, is a well-renowned name, and he holds the honor of both the national record and the meet record, and has taken the status of 100-meter hurdles of the nation to a different level. Well, he is not participating, but we are not short of going to be short of action. Naresh Yadav is there, so is Yashwant, then Ronald Babu, then Veeramani, then Lokendra Pachera, then Shrikant Madhya and Vikram Sana. Three athletes from Uttar Pradesh and one each from Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Karnataka, the four South Indian states. It's going to be very engrossing and good fiery start by all of them, but it's a foul one. It's a foul one, and I guess it's Shrikant Madhya CP of Karnataka. I found that's very, very cruel if he'll meet that fate. In sprints, normally we have seen foul starts because of the sheer hurry that sprinters try to achieve to have an edge over the rest of the field, because each microsecond counts a lot. Three Uttar Pradesh athletes taking on one each athlete from the South Indian states, that is Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka and Kerala. It's going to be very tight, and happy to see that all the athletes, 7 athletes are there on the track. Good setting here in PATAILA. And it's Ronald Babu of Kerala who got the red flag, so he is not going to be among the participants of this race. So now 6 left in this contest. It's Naresh Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, Yashwant Kumar of Andhra Pradesh, then Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu, Lokendra Pachera of Uttar Pradesh, Shrikant Madhya of Karnataka and Vikram Sana of Uttar Pradesh. Are we going to see the clean sweep of medals for Uttar Pradesh or the clean sweep of medals for the South Indian states? That's what we are interested in. Well, it's nice to see all of them are ready now. 6 hurdlers will try to be the champion of 110-meter hurdles at NIS Patiala in the Federation Cup. Here we go. It's a quick fiery start from lane number 2 by Yashwant Kumar Lawane. As per the expectation, he is going strong there, and you can see that it's a charging hard is Lokesh Pachera as well. There are a few hurdles that are dropping, but Lokesh Pachera, you can see now it's Veeramani of Tamil Nadu. Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu, excuse me, he was behind a bit, and it was Yashwant who set up the early pace, but in the middle course of the race it was Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu who edged ahead, and when he crossed the finishing line, I am getting the feeling that it was Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu who got the first position. That was very close, and here you can see that it started very brightly was Yashwant Kumar of Andhra Pradesh, but from lane number 4 you can see now lane number 5 Veeramani P is picking up the pace, and with fiery speed he is approaching towards the finishing line and crossed the tape as to the first position. We are waiting for the official timings to come, and Veeramani P is kissing his palm, and he has every right to be there at the first position because of that. Yes, here he is. The timings have come, and Veeramani P of Tamil Nadu got the first position in that contest. The second position went to Shrikant of Karnataka, and Yashwant of Andhra Pradesh covered the distance of 100-meter hurdles in 15 seconds, 0.01 seconds. He got the third position in that contest. So full congratulations to all the athletes, and returning to the high jump of men that is currently going on, and handing over the proceedings to tell the story of the 24th National Federation Cup on the third day's evening session is to Muttu. Muttu, it's now your turn.
Thank you, Mr. Vijayanand. And that was a failure by 575 at 2.05 height. Vinith Karthik of Tamil Nadu had failed to clear the 2.05 meters mark. That happens to be number 2 attempt for Vinith Karthik of Tamil Nadu. And that is 564. He was also not able to clear. A. Moti Arun of Tamil Nadu. And it is going to be 365 Jitu Jani of Kerala, who will be taking his turn for the height of 2.05 meters. It's Jitu Jani of Kerala. On the move. Yes, he even before climbing. While climbing itself, his back shoulders had rubbed. And as Jitu Jani of Kerala was climbing up, he had disturbed the crossbar by his shoulders, and that is how he failed. And it is going to be 592 Adarsh Ram of Tamil Nadu to take his turn. The height of the crossbar is 2.05 meters. Moves on. He was so clear. 592 was able to clear the height of 2.05 in a very neat fashion. .05 cleared by him, and it is 575. Vinith Karthik of Tamil Nadu was not successful in his attempt of clearing the height of 2.05. And it is going to be 564. A. Moti Arun of Tamil Nadu. Here you'll have to make a mention that he happens to be the son of legendary high jumper Annavi. Yes, he was able to clear. And Moti Arun of Tamil Nadu being the son of legendary athlete, high jumper Annavi, who had been ruling the high jump field of India for quite long years. And that was a clearance by Moti Arun of Tamil Nadu for the height of 2.05 meters. And now it will be 365 Jitu Jani of Kerala, who is on the move. Unsuccessful. As he climbed up, while dropping down, he had touched the crossbar. He should have traveled little more towards the pit. And height is 2.05 at present. The crossbar now being raised to the height of 2.10. With the present height of 2.10, the athletes are about to take up their turns, and it will be 341 JC Sandesh of Karnataka who will be taking his turn. is going to be 341, who will be taking his jump for the height of 2.10 meters. JZ Sandosh of Karnataka. As the crossbar is it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now taking you over to the shot put arena to present you the competitors. Bib number 474, 459 Devendra Singh from Punjab, 247 Vikas Chikara of Haryana, 642 Shivam Chowdhury of Uttar Pradesh, 497 Akshay of Rajasthan, 474 Karanveer Singh of Punjab, 698 Aniket of Uttarakhand, 135 Sahib Singh of Delhi, 460 Dhanveer Singh of Punjab, 257 Chetan Kapoor of Haryana, 482 Tajinder Pal Singh Toor of Punjab, the national record holder and the gold medalist of the Asian Games. Jubir Malik of Haryana with 279. 450 Amandeep Dhaliwal of Punjab. And as far as the shot put is concerned, national record stands in the name of Tajinder Pal Singh Toor with 20.92 meters created in 2019, while the meet record stands in the name of Inderjeet Singh with 20.65 meters created in 2015. And the qualifying mark to Olympics for this shot put is at 21.10 meters. As the men competitors are getting ready to take their shot put, the hurdles is being set. And that is the start line of 100-meter hurdles for the women competitors. And we are now taking you over to the VIP area. Well, for the start line of 100-meter hurdles, we have a very exciting race in the stock. 180 Ayyappa of Karnataka, Meda Rajesh Kamath of Karnataka, C. Kanimuri of Tamil Nadu, who happens to be the national gold medal winner, who had clocked a timing of 14.05 seconds. R. Nithya Ramraj from Tamil Nadu, who happens to be the bronze medal winner of the last Federation Cup with 14.02 seconds, and the silver medal winner of the last Nationals with 14.15 seconds. And bib number 608 happens to be Exara Nandini of Telangana. 622 is Ritvika Singh of Uttar Pradesh. 543 is K. Nandini of Tamil Nadu. And 8 we have Pushpanjali of Karnataka. And as far as the 100-meter hurdles is concerned, national record and meet record both stands in the name of Anuradha Biswal. As far as the national record, it is at 13.38 seconds, created in 2002, and the meet record is at 13.48 seconds, created in 2006. And if you could have a quick look at the 100-meter hurdles as far as the heats is concerned. C. Kanimari happens to be the best performer so far as far as the heats is concerned. 5:41. She had clocked 13.72 in the heats. And from the other heat, it was Nithya who had made a first for 14.10. Well, ladies and gentlemen, taking you over to the start point. In lane number 1, 3-1, Unnati Ayyappa of Karnataka. In lane number 2, 3-4, Medha Rajesh Kamath of Karnataka. Lane 3, 5-4-1, C. Kanimari of Tamil Nadu, who happens to be the national gold medal winner. Or Nithya Ramraj with 5-5-4 in lane number 4 from Tamil Nadu, who happens to be the bronze medal winner in the last federation. Lane number 5-6-0-8, Aksara Nandini of Telangana. Lane number 6-6-2-2, Ritvika Singh of Uttar Pradesh. Lane number 7-5-4-3, K. Nandini of Tamil Nadu. And lane number 8, bib number 318, Pushpanjali of Karnataka. The national record for the event 100-meter hurdles in the women's section stands in the name of Anuradha Biswal with 13.38 seconds, created in 2002. The meet record stands in the name of Anuradha Biswal with 13.48 seconds, created in 2006.
12.84 seconds.
And as far as the two heats of these athletes are concerned, it was Kanimari who finished on top in heat number 2 with a timing of 13.72 seconds. And following that, we have 3 other heats, and that is the field of shot put. 459 is about to take his turn. Taking back to the start line of 100-meter hurdles, the athletes are ready, and as far as the shot put, it was 17.07 by Devinder Singh of Punjab in his first trial. And it will be the turn of 642 Shivam Chaudhary of Uttar Pradesh, and back again to the start point of 100-meter hurdles. We're about to take up the final. Nithya Ramraj happens to be the first place winner from the heat number 1 with a timing of 14.10 seconds. And Aksara Nandini of Telangana happens to be at the second place for that heat with 14.13 seconds, while K. Nandini of Tamil Nadu happened to be the third place in that heat with 14.27 seconds. and barring C. Kanimuri of the second heat, the top three have the close timings from heat number 1. Well, that is the lineup for the final of 100-meter hurdles in the women's section. That was the start of the final of 100-meter hurdles in the women's section, and it is Kanimuri who is well ahead of the other athletes, keeping the other athletes behind. She is quite comfortably ahead, putting 608 Akzara Nandini of Telangana to the second spot. So that is the action replay coming up for you. 541, watch out, 541 C. Kanimuri, who is in lane number 3, and 608 in lane number 5 Akzara Nandini of Telangana as they begin. And now you could see this is the place where Kanimuri started bunching out, and she is well ahead, and of course Akzara Nandini is trying to catch up her, and she could finish only for the second place. Kanimuri finishing on top with 13.63 seconds. Akzara Nandini finishing for the second place with 13.88 seconds. R. Nithya finishing for the third spot with 14.08 seconds. K. Nandini of Tamil Nadu finishing for the fourth spot with 14.11 seconds. Ritvika Singh of Uttar Pradesh with 14.22 seconds. Medha Rajesh of Karnataka in the sixth place with 14.49 seconds. Pushpanjali of Karnataka with 14.61 seconds for the seventh place, and Unnati Ayyappa of Karnataka in the eighth place with 14.75 seconds. And as we take you over to the shot put arena to continue with, over to Mr. Vijay Anand.
Thanks, Muttu. The shot putters are showcasing their skills in the shot put part of the complex of NIS Patiala in the 24th National Federation Cup Seniors Athletics Championship 2021. You are just witnessing the score of Dhanveer Singh of Punjab. Chetan Kapoor of Haryana. And his score will not go into the books because of the red flag that was just raised. And next up is the star attraction of the event, Tejinder Pal Singh Tour. Wherever he goes, he get a lot of cheers, as you are hearing from the sidelines. One spin, two spin, and here he released the javelin, ball into the air and remained behind the circle. Maintained his balance, which was very much required, considering the new skill that he adopted because of extra spin that he gave to his body. Only 1 centimeter short of 20, so he is setting up the pace early on. Zubair Malik, the man who is rising rapidly on the scene from Panipat. Amandeep Dhaliwal of Punjab. Zubair got 16.77. Amandeep's efforts will not go into the books of the officials because of the red flag. Charging himself up, Devendra Singh of Punjab. That's a good technique that he has just adopted and put extra power behind it through his lungs there as well. A loud scream and an extra bit of power behind that.
पुरुषों की 110 मीटर बाधा दौड़ के परिणाम हमारे समक्ष कृपया ध्यान दो। वीरामणि टीम
17.62 he got with that.
इन्होंने 14.57 सेकंड के साथ प्रथम स्थान अर्जित किया है। कर्नाटक के श्रीकांत मध्या
Looking not quite pleased with his try. Vikas Chikara.
द्वितीय स्थान अर्जित किया है और
The lineup heavily dominated by throwers from Punjab and Haryana. Vikas was from Haryana. 41 centimeters he added to 17 meters in his second try. Couldn't quite maintain the balance of his body, and that's why he got the red flag. Shivam Chaudhary got too emotional to achieve something extra. That's Akshay. Played safe. For Rajasthan, Karanveer Singh from Punjab. Charging himself up with the extra bit of cheers he's receiving from people sitting on the sidelines. From his left arm he released the 7.26 kg ball, got the white flag for that, and all we are waiting for is to see his score. Karanveer Singh, (16 centimeters short of 18). He's looking to improve his showing in his third try. Aniket used all the muscular power behind the throw. Some extra labor is required from his side. Sahib Singh, he is from Delhi, controlled his body to get the white flag, but looking not happy with his try. Did a bit better than he could have crossed the 70-meter mark. Dhanveer Singh, all the throwers know that presence of Tejinder Pal Singh Toor has left them to fight for the second or the third position, but still they are trying very hard. That's nice to see, and putting every bit of power that they have. (1682) he got. Chetan Kapoor, remained inside the circle. But looking quite dejected. And here we have our current national record holder from Punjab, Tejinder Pal Singh Toor. Whenever he goes for a try, he gets the loudest of the cheers. Here he is at your screen, ladies and gentlemen. The gold medalist from the Jakarta Asian Games. Oh, that was a good one. That's a good one. That's a big one, in fact. 21.10, remember, is the Olympic qualifying mark, and Tejinder Pal Singh Toor is only 18 centimeters short of his national mark. His national mark is of 20.92, so if he had 18 more centimeters, then he can book his ticket to Tokyo Olympics. Identical figures of 20 he got there. Good one, good going, Tejinder Pal Singh Toor. Zubair Malik, the Insta addict from Panipat. Panipat witnessed 3 very important battles in the history of India. Well, he is scripting history here at NIS, but got the red flag. The first battle was between Babur and Ibrahim Lodi, that established the Mughal Empire. Then Akbar defeated Hemu at Panipat. The third one was between Ahmad Shah Abdali and the Marathas, that totally ended the domination of Marathas in the north. So all 3 battles are in the books of history, recorded among the top 10 battles. That's quite significant. Just leaving the scene with his successful attempt was Amandeep Dhaliwal. Another lad who is hitting the headlines quite regularly is Neeraj Chopra, javelin thrower and India's biggest hope for the Holy Grail, the first ever medal in athletics from the Olympics for India. He is also from Panipat. Devinder Singh, 17.62 he touched with his previous try, hoping to improve that. Centimeters more than 18 he got that. Good improvement. It's Vikas Chikara's time. Can he go beyond 1741 of his previous effort? Only 1 centimeter short of 18. Good significant improvement from Vikas. Shivam Chaudhary released all the energy of his body, but couldn't quite remain inside.
Continue for some time. Huh? I'll go and come back. Okay.
Remained behind the circle. Akshay of Rajasthan. Muttu ji. We are continuing the progress of a shot put event for men, the final, with Sahib Singh of Delhi. Gave 2 spins to his body and released it. It got good height, but before that he got the red flag. So it's all null and void as far as this attempt is concerned. The Navir Singh of Punjab, not quite bulky as normally shot putters are. He's also young, only 19. Moving inside the circle is Chetan Kapoor. A tough contender. Here is the result of the effort of Dhanavir Singh. Just a bit shy below the 17-meter mark. Well, Chetan Kapoor couldn't quite control his body there. And here is Tejinder Singh Toor. Can he go 21-10? Can he crack his own national record? All the time he throw, our expectation goes up. He is judging his effort there.
20.17 meters is the club line. Passing to Jha. In his third attempt.
20.17, 3 centimeters short of his previous try. Zubair Malik got the silver in Indian Grand Prix 1. What can he do? That's what we have to see. Zubair Malik. Checking his efforts there with a bit of halt in his way out. Then it's Amandeep Dhaliwal of Punjab rolling the 7.26 kg ball between his hands. And here we are witnessing the 200 meters race of women heptathlon. And that was heat number 2. And winner of that contest was Akshata of Karnataka. At second position was Kajal of Haryana, and third position was achieved by Tanushri of Rajasthan. Returning to shot put, here we have the results of the 200-meter dash for women in heptathlon, in which Akshata of Karnataka got the first position. Then behind her was Kajal, and following Kajal was Tanushri. Well, all the shot putters have taken 3 attempts, so we are going for the reverse order. Meanwhile, taking you to the high jump of men. preparations are going on for that. Three finals are currently going on. One is a shot put for men, other is a high jump for men. A very action-packed day. We saw two national records in the making on the first 2 days. Are we going to see cracking of the third national record on the third day of this 24th National Federation Cup Senior Athletics Championship?
Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take you over to the long jump arena to present you the women's finalists. Big number 723, Yesh of Tamil Nadu.
435, Purnima Hemram of Odisha. 350, Naina James of Kerala. 321, Unnati Ayyappa of Karnataka. 616, Shivangi Dubey of Uttar Pradesh. 551, R. Punita of Tamil Nadu. 496, Pooja Saini of Rajasthan. 315, Priyanka Kerkata of Jharkhand. 352, Rintu Matthew of Kerala. 608, Akzara Nandini of Telangana. 357, Rugma Udyan of Kerala. And bib number 126, Shivani Son of Delhi. The national record for the event long jump stands in the name of Anju Bibi George with 6.83 meters created in 2004, while the meet record also stands in the name of Anju Bibi George with 6.59 meters created in 2002. The Olympic qualifying mark for this long jump in the women's section stands at
0.82 meters.
While the national and the meet record in the long jump stands in the name of a legend in every right, Anju Bobby George, the Arjuna awardee and the Rajiv Gandhi Khel Ratan Award winner. ये नहीं दिखाना, ये नहीं दिखाना, ये नहीं दिखाना, तो ये नहीं दिखाना। अरे नहीं, अभी दो और बचे हैं, इसके बाद दो और हैं इसके। शॉर्ट पुट ये, हाँ ठीक है।
Punjab with 17.50 meters. And the third place is with 459, Devendra Singh of Punjab with 18.04 meters. And now we are witnessing the fourth try. देवियों से जुड़ो कुछ ही क्षणों में पुरुषों की 800 मीटर प्रतियोगिता का प्रथम चक्र आयोजित होगा। प्रतिभागी हैं देवेंद्र कुमार, मनजीत सिंह, दिलीप नायक, पंकज सिंह दरिया,
Karamveer Singh of Punjab is our next thrower in the shot put. The southpaw looking not quite happy with that. Oh yes, he has every reason to be unhappy because of the judgment of the official. Here is Tejendra Pal Singh Toor. Again he is getting loud cheers. Can he cross 21.10? Whenever he goes inside the circle, our heartbeat increase. Here he goes, good one, good height he attained with that, but can he convert that into the distance? But that was not a valid try by him. Well dealt, participants are getting ready for the 800 meters heat number 1. Devendra Kumar of Haryana, then Manjeet Singh Chahal won the gold medal in Asian Games in 2018 at Jakarta. In what a sensational final 50 meters that he ran there, and from the 4th position in the last 50 meters he increased his speed and came ahead of not only the Qatari and the Bahraini athletes who were leading the pack, but also his fellow countryman Jinson Johnson, who was favourite to win that contest and won the medal in the colour of gold. That was sweet one to finish for India in the 800 meters final at Jakarta in 2018 Asian Games. And Manjeet is participating from lane number 2. I will return to that. Meanwhile, here at your screen is the effort of the shot putter Chetan Kapoor. Dilip Nayak of Odisha is also participating in 800 meter heat number 1. Then Pankaj Singh Garia of Uttarakhand, Raghuram Mani of Tamil Nadu, Mandeep of Haryana, Nikesh Rathod of Maharashtra, Pushpender Singh of Rajasthan, Yogesh of Madhya Pradesh, and Chaitanya Holgare of Maharashtra, another sensational name in the lineup. Dhanveer Singh of Punjab, not quite successful this try. This is the 5th attempt that all the participants are taking, so they are giving everything that they have, because they knew the urgency, because first they are approaching towards the 6th attempt, and whatever has to be done now. Inside the circle is Vikas Chikara of Haryana, quite close to 18-meter mark. Can he go beyond that? Vikas Chikara, but the strategy that he took couldn't quite give him the result of his choice. Well, there is the start of heat number 1 for 800 meters, and soon they all will start running in the single lane, and from there on we are going to see a clear picture of that. It's Manjeet Singh who is looking in good touch, currently running at the 3rd position there and acquiring the speed. All the athletes, some are lagging behind. It's nice to see the drone camera in function. 300 meters has already been covered. Manjeet Singh currently running at the 5th position. The national record and the mid record stands in the name of Jinson Johnson. It's Dilip Nayak who is up ahead, and following him closely is Devendra Kumar of Haryana. But Dilip and Devendra, and suddenly from the outside increased his pace is Nikesh Rathod, and Nikesh Rathod is coming ahead. Nikesh Rathod, can he be there? Manjeet also trying at the 4th position there. Nikesh Rathod is currently running at the 1st position there, and at the 2nd position is Dilip Nayak. Nikesh, Dilip, Devendra is the order, but Devendra is lagging behind. Manjeet has now moved up to the 3rd position there, and here is at your screen is the most attractive man on the shot put scene in India, Tejendra Pal Singh Toor. Expectations are high, and what can he achieve with that? That's what we have to see. but I do not feel that he's going to cross the national mark with that. Well, returning to closing stages of the heat number 1, where Manjeet Singh is currently leading. He's looking to his right and his left. He's looking quite promising and his position there, and he's going to win the heat number 1. At the second position is the athlete from Maharashtra, and Manjeet Singh, who waited a lot, and in the middle course of the action he came ahead just when the 200 meters were to go, and then afterwards he was quite relaxed in approach and finished the race at the first position. Chetan Kapoor. We are going for the reverse order. That's why the officials are taking some time. Meanwhile, the long jump for women is also going on. Priyanka Karketa, the gold medal winner from the national games at Ranchi. 6.16 she touched there, but it's not going to be counted. Well, talking about long jump woman and instant connection we got with the legend Anju Bobby George, and she got the the fifth position in the Olympics in the finals in 2004.
At present, second is 474, Karanveer Singh of Punjab with 18.61 meters. And at the third spot, at present, it is 459, Devinder Singh of Punjab with 18.04 meters. The sixth and the final round is about to begin.
Well, let me take you back in the memory lane. Well, here is the effort of Sahib Singh of Delhi, as we are starting the proceedings in the reverse order for the sixth and the final try of all the shot putters. Not a valid one. For his final attempt is Dhanveer Singh of Punjab, only 19. Meanwhile, second heat of 800 meter race for men is about to begin. Chetan Kapoor at your screen, very tall, and he added some extra bit of power there, quite close to be called a red attempt, but it was not. It's quite nice to see the drone technology there, giving us a bird's eye view of the shot put arena. Vikas Chikara.
That's the start of 800 meter men's second heat. The participating athletes are
800 meter 800 meter heat for the men. Heat number 2 has just begun. All the athletes are running at a close back.
And Amit Kumar Bolan.
Meters have been covered by them, and currently maintaining his first position is Anand Prakash, and just behind Anand is Praveen of Haryana. But Praveen and Anand now currently running from shoulder to shoulder as they hear the bell. Anything can change. Praveen has just moved ahead of Anand. Both the athletes are doing very well there. Up front is Praveen of Haryana. Now he has increased his pace and not giving any inch of space to other athletes. Something has to be done to catch the pace of this man, Anand. Praveen, who is leading the pack there at the front. Just behind Anand, we are running closely from shoulder to shoulder is Krishan Kumar of Haryana. Suddenly Krishan Kumar of Haryana has increased his pace and now he is outpacing everyone there. They all are running in a straight line there. It's quite nice to see there. Now it's Krishan is the leader, and just behind him is Anand Prakash. The man who was leading a few seconds before Praveen is now been relegated to the 4th spot. But currently the new leader, and can he carry on this lead till the final stage, is all the expectations are there. Now running from shoulder to shoulder is athlete from Delhi, and he Akshay Chaudhary, a very renowned name, and Akshay Chaudhary is giving everything onto the track, and he is going to retain his position there at the first spot. There he is, the services man. He got the first position in that. At the second spot was Krishan Kumar of Haryana. A good contest, and here is Tejinder Pal Singh Toor in action. We expect a very, very big throw from him. This is his 6th and final try. Expectations are high. Tejinder Pal Singh Toor, deliver. Can he deliver? 21.10 there. Still he managed to take the first position there.
The 6th and the final throw of Tejinder Pal Singh Toor of Punjab stands at.
He's not looking happy with his performance there. 3 centimeters short of 20.5. So that's how we have reached to the curtains of the shot put final of men. Purnima Hemran of Odisha started her run up safely behind the falling mark. Purnima Hemran is also participating in heptathlon for women. Well, taking you back in the memory lane, when Anju Abi George participated in Athens Olympics and reached to the finals, she got the 5th position, and she tried very hard there, and she made the national record of 6.83 in her first attempt, and lived up the hopes of the Indians that she can go further. But that was the clean sweep of the Russians. Tatiana Levadeva won the gold in that clean sweep of medals among the Russian women. But that record is still standing tall, 6.83, and his biggest achievement is getting the bronze medal, and she is still the only woman in India to have collected a medal in World Athletics Championship. Meanwhile, in action was Unnati of Karnataka. A valid try. With the 5th attempt there, she achieved the season's best and brought first medal for India in the World Athletics Championship in 2003 in Paris. Later on she got Padma Shri as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, in a very short while, third heat of 800 meters.
Great Anju Abhi George also collected gold in 2002 Busan Asian Games, and in 2006 Doha Asian Games she collected the silver.
Ankit Gill from Haryana, Praveen from Haryana,
Shivangi Dubey of Uttar Pradesh.
from Tamil Nadu, Harsh from Haryana, Vishambar from
Quite close to the line.
Virbhan from Haryana, Divya from Karnataka, Pratik Rata from Haryana, and
She is only 22,
from Haryana.
but that's not going to be counted.
Even as well as the meet record stands at the name of Jinson Johnson, and the qualifying mark for the event also Olympic is 1 minute 45.20 seconds.
R. Punitha of Tamil Nadu, charging herself up. Meanwhile, the action has just begun in the heat number 3 of men's 800 meters. 10 participants are participating in it. Excuse me, 11. And they have started to run in the single lane. It's Jagbir Dhaka who is currently leading, and from the outside, increasing the speed, is Praveen. He knew the urgency that something has to be done. Vishnu Kumar is also doing very well there, and all that he's trying so hard, they knew the urgency. Still maintaining the edge is Jagbir, and just behind him is Vishnu Kumar. These two men are doing very well. Both are from Haryana. Jagbir is still maintaining his edge over the field, doing very well there, but he can retain that edge till the end. That's what we have to see. From the outside, making some good move is Devya TH of Karnataka. Now he is finding himself at the second position there. Still Jagbir is maintaining his reputation at the first position there. From the outside, taking some good stripes there, and at the third position is Vishwambar, and Vishwambar has suddenly decided to go ahead from the field, and from the outside he is making some good moves there. But all the three athletes are running from shoulder to shoulder, and it's going to be a good effort by Vishwambar there as well. Vishwambar is currently trying so hard to get the first position there, and both Vishwambar and oh, that's a very close call. That's a very close call between Vishwambar and Devya TH of Karnataka. And it's pretty early to say that out of these two Karnataka men who got the first position in that tight finish in heat number 3, both were eager to get the first position in that heat. And it's quite nice to see that healthy competition developing between the sparring partners. And whenever we'll get the result of heat number 3, then I will let you know. Long jump for women, charging herself up for something extra from her frame is Rintu Matthew, won the gold medal in the Federation Cup. Quite close to the falling line. That's what we have to see. Yes, she got the white flag. Good one from Rintu. 6.07 she got with that. Run up, nice approach towards the point from where the athletes go for the jump. Agasara Nandini. Added 2 more centimeters to 6 meter mark. And here we have the result of heat number 3 of men in 800 meter race, in which 2 Karnataka athletes finished at the first 2 positions. Leaving the scene is Rugma Odayanayu of Kerala.
महाराष्ट्र के सर्वेश अनिल कुशारे ने 2.15 मीटर की ऊंचाई पर विजय प्राप्त कर प्रथम स्थान अर्जित किया। तमिलनाडु के आदर्श राम ने 2.10 मीटर की ऊंचाई पार कर द्वितीय स्थान अर्जित किया और जीरो जोश केरला के इन्होंने 2.10 मीटर की ऊंचाई पार कर
wiping the sweat out of her face. This is Shivani Soam, focusing hard before go for the explosion of energy. Here she is. Oh, she was well behind. When behind, it could have been a lot better, and she is looking quite disappointed because she was about a meter behind from the falling line. So that's why she is very, very unhappy with her try. She could have added, in fact, a meter more to that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, heat number 1 of Twinkle, who got the silver in the Federation Cup, is participating that. Then Puvama Raju, who is also participating in 400 meters, and Aishwarya Kalya Mishra of Maharashtra, who is also participating in 400 meters, are also participating there. Then Durga Modle, Rachna, Urvashi and Kotarira from Maharashtra, Haryana and Kerala are the participants. Tall Puvama Raju is at the front, and just behind her is Rachna. Puvama Raju and Rachna are currently running at the first and the second position, and following them closely is Aishwarya Kalya Mishra of Maharashtra. Another Maharashtrian girl, Durga Prasad Deore, is also not too far behind, but currently at the first position is Rachna. In fact, excuse me, it's Rachna who is leading there. Puvama Raju has a lot of experience, 30 years of age. She is at the second position there, under pressure from Aishwarya Kalya Mishra. But Rachna is extending her lead. In fact, she has opened up a gap of about 7 meters there over the rest of the field. Rachna looking quite promising at her position there, and Puvama Raju has now increased her pace, and these girls have now turned into a sprinter. It's going to be very, very easy finish for Rachna. If something not been done by the other girls, Rachna is easily reaching towards the finishing line. Now Puvama Raju is trying so hard from behind, but we are now focusing on Rachna, looking quite focused there as she is approaching towards the finishing line at the first position. Puvama Raju is going to get the second position in that contest, and third position went to Aishwarya Kalya Mishra of Maharashtra. Another girl from Maharashtra, Kumari Diksha, from Madhya Pradesh, came fourth in that contest, and Rachna was so confident in her position that once she got the lead, she didn't let her that go, and maintained her edge till the end. Unnati of Karnataka not quite pleased with her effort and leaving the scene in direction. She is limping a bit under some pain. Not quite pleased with that try, and it's nice to see that she is walking normally. The girl from Uttar Pradesh, Shivangi Dubey. centimeters short of it. Well, here are the participants of heat number 2 for women. It is Riya Patil of Maharashtra, then Chanda and Tanu Lathar of Delhi. Keep your eyes on Chanda, a very promising athlete. Then Lakshita Vinod of Gujarat. Lily Das, a very promising athlete from West Bengal, is participating there. Sukhwant Kaur of Rajasthan. Lakshmi Kashyap, Shalu Chaudhary from Jharkhand and Delhi, and Alisha PR of Kerala are the 8 participants. In fact, excuse me, and as you can see on your screen, all the girls are trying very hard, and 2 girls have opened up a very good gap over the rest of the pack. Chanda and Lily Das at her first position there. As you can see now, it's Riya Patil, and now suddenly Chanda has decided to come ahead. As I was mentioning, she is only 20 but rising rapidly on the scene, and just behind Chanda is Shalu Chaudhary from Delhi. The 2 Delhi girls are currently leading the pack of these girls. Then Lily Das of West Bengal is not too far behind. Chanda is maintaining the edge over Shalu Chaudhary, and Lily Das, these 3 girls have opened up a gap of about 20 meters from the rest of the field. Chanda is still at the first position, and Shalu following her closely, and behind her is Lily Das. It's good going, a good battle going on between the Delhi girls at the first 2 positions there. Now suddenly from the inside making some move is Lily Das. Lily Das is also looking quite promising there. These 3 girls are approaching towards the third band and penultimate band, and from there they are reaching towards the final band. and Chanda is still maintaining her edge, and following her is Shalu Chaudhary. So these two girls of Delhi is still maintaining the first and the second position there. Chanda is still looking quite promising. They are approaching toward the finishing line. They knew that this is the heat, so they will also try to conserve some amount of energy in their body. And Chanda is still leading there, and now she has opened up a gap. It's about 7 meters there, and it's going increasing and increasing. And Chanda got the first position in that contest. Second position went to Shalu Chaudhary of Delhi, and third position went to Lily Das of West Bengal. All the other girls are only in the trying to catch up the pace of these three girls, and finishing quite closely are Sukhwant Kaur of Rajasthan, and quite close to Sukhwant Kaur was Riya Patil of Maharashtra. So this is how the second heat just finished, and I am handing over the commentary now to Muttu for the next event. It's over to you now, Muttu, to take the action forward and tell the story of the happenings here at NIS Patiala.
Thank you, Mr. Vijayanand. And we are at the long jump arena for the women. And it is going to be 357 who will be taking her turn. 357 is on the third trial. Rugma Udayan of Kerala. That happened to be a foul one. And that for Rugma Udayan of Kerala, it happened to be 3.94. The third trial is in progress, and next it will be 126. And the previous jump at long jump arena happens to be for Shivani Soyam with 5.20 meters. And that is the warming up of javelin throw. The javelin throw for men final is about to be taken up in a very short time from now. As we will be taking up the final of javelin throw in the men's section, in a short time from now, we will be presenting you the men finalists.
We are now going to take you towards the javelin throw arena, where the evening attraction is javelin throw, men's final. Participating athletes are
And for this even javelin throw, 111 Newton Katoki of Assam, 692 Nitesh Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 4333 Kshetriyam Shyam Singh of Manipur, bib number 732 Sunil Kumar of Rajasthan, 300 Yashvir Singh of Haryana, 737 Sachin Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 285 Sahil Silwal of Haryana, 669 Anil Kumar Rajbhar of Uttar Pradesh, 421 Uttam Bala Saheb Patel of Maharashtra, 739 Rishabh Nehra of Uttar Pradesh, 693 Rohit Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, 206 Jaideep of Haryana, 676 Ashish Singh of Uttar Pradesh, 334 DP Manu of Karnataka, 248 Neeraj Chopra of Haryana, the national record holder and the meet record holder as well, 140 Abhishek Dhral of Delhi, 297 Rajendra Singh of Haryana, and bib number 733 Ajay Punia of Rajasthan. The national record for the even javelin throw stands in the name of Neeraj Chopra at 88.07 meters, created in 2021 March. Meet record also stands in the name of Neeraj Chopra with 85.94 meters, created in 2018. And as far as the javelin throw in the men's section, the Olympic qualifying mark stands at 85.00 meters. And that happens to be the trial of 111 Newton Katoki of Assam. .24 in the first trial for Newton Katoki of Assam. And next it will be 433 Kshetriyam Shyam Singh of Manipur. Not a very good throw. .14 is the throw for Kshetrimayum Shyam Singh in his first trial. And next it happens to be 732 Sunil Kumar of Rajasthan. Seems to be a very big throw. Sunil Kumar of Rajasthan. 70.57 meters happens to be in the first trial for Sunil Kumar of Rajasthan. And the next person to take the trial will be 300 Yashveer Singh of Haryana. He's on the move. A beautiful flight over there. Should be a big throw. .31 meters, and that is the longest one so far among the three athletes. 79.31 being registered by Yashveer Singh of Haryana, and it is Sachin Yadav of Uttar Pradesh. .19 for Sachin Yadav of Uttar Pradesh in his first trial, and the athlete to take the next trial will be 285 Sahil Silwal of Haryana. Being a left-hander, a good flight over there, reaches long. And next to take the turn will be 669 Anil Kumar Rajbar of Uttar Pradesh. Beautifully climbing up and traveling longer. .79.49, 71.49. And the next athlete who had released this 421 Uttam Bala Sahib Patel of Maharashtra. .69.14 being registered. Rishabh Nehra of Uttar Pradesh had taken his trial with bib number 739. .65.27 in the first trial for Rishabh Nehra, and next it is going to be 693 Rohit Yadav of Uttar Pradesh. 76.32. 76.32 in the first trial for Rohit Yadav of Uttar Pradesh, and next it will be 206. Jaideep of Haryana. And that is 206. Jaideep of Haryana. Climbing high and moving well. .97 by Jaideep of Haryana, and the next trial is by Ashish Singh. 676. Ashish Singh of Uttar Pradesh. .83 by Ashish Singh of Uttar Pradesh in his first trial, and next it will be 334. DP Manu of Karnataka, and that is DP Manu of Karnataka. Moving on for the flight. Not reaching very far.
पुरुषों की भाला फेंक प्रतियोगिता प्रगति पर है। इसका प्रमुख
70.65 is the performance of DP Manu of Karnataka, and the next trial will be taken up by 248 Neeraj Chopra of Haryana. Neeraj Chopra, the national record holder, the meet record holder, and as far as the national record, it had been created. He had re-returned his own record very recently, that is on 5th of March this year, to 88.07 meters. And he is the one who is also holding the meet record. And through the last Indian Grand Prix, he was able to book his berth to the ensuing Olympics. That is Neeraj Chopra of Haryana. Moving on. A beautiful throw, reaching very long. .7941 is the throw, first trial for Neeraj Chopra of Haryana. And his best happens to be at 88.07 meters. And next it will be 140 Abhishek Dral of Delhi to take his first trial. That is Abhishek Dral.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a matter of honor for all of us. 75.69. 75.69. The personalities who are here, who present here, to motivate our athletes with their presence.
meters in his first trial, and he is on the move.
For the betterment of the athletes, two sports lovers are exchanging the respect and one is receiving. Thank you very much, sir, to Mr. Nagaraj, to Mrs. Reed Italian, and Vinod, sir. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, now we would like to take you towards the start of 3,000 meters steeplechase women. Participating athletes are Palu Chaudhary from Uttar Pradesh with bib number 461.
421. Uttam Bala Sahib Patil had taken his second trial, His first trial stands at 69.14 meters.
Chinta from Uttar Pradesh. 607 J. Maheshwari from Telangana. 492 Priyanka Kasana.
And that happens to be a throw of 73.86. 73.86.
With a performance of 9 minutes.
As we are about to take up the 3000 meters steeplechase for women, and to continue the commentary, over to Mr. Vijayanand.
7.09 seconds. Olympic qualifying mark for the event is 9 minutes 30 seconds.
Thanks, Muttu. And 3000 meters steeplechase for women has just started. 5 participants are participating there are as Parul Chaudhary of Uttar Pradesh, Komal Jagdale of Maharashtra, Chinta of Uttar Pradesh, G. Maheshwari of Telangana, and Priyanka Kasana from Rajasthan. Parul Chaudhary getting the early lead. Currently she is 65th best athlete in the world. Also participates in marathon, half marathon, 5000 meters and 10,000 meters. A very solid reputation she is building. 25 she is and has some more years for Indian athletics. She is from Meerut, currently at the first position there. Following her is G. Maheshwari of Telangana. These are the early phases, and a lot will change. And in steeplechase, athletes cross 28 hurdles on the track, and one is the water jump. 7 are the water jumps, excuse me. So 28 plus 7. That they have to cross. G. Maheshwari of Telangana chasing Parul closely. From the outside, putting pressure on G. Maheshwari, and now moving on to the second position at this point of time is Komal Jagdale, another sensational athlete from Maharashtra. For the first time, she is in lead. Komal Jagdale got the bronze in the national games. A product from Savitri Bai Phule University in Pune, and she hails from Pandarpur district in Maharashtra. Komal Chandrika Jagdale currently leading there. It's quite nice to see that all the 3 medals winner, the gold, silver and bronze of the national games, are participating here. Chinta won the gold in national games, national athletics championship, excuse me, in Ranchi. Then finishing second was Parul Chaudhary, and Komal Jagdale got the third position in that contest. Well, lagging behind Priyanka Kasana of Rajasthan. She has to do something extra, because from the leader, that is Komal Jagdale of Maharashtra, she is about 200 meters behind. Komal Jagdale, Parul Chaudhary and Chinta, these 3 girls have now opened up a very good gap over the other 2 athletes. In fact, these 2 girls of Maharashtra and Uttar Pradesh, here they are. One by one they cross the water hurdle, and again Parul Chaudhary retained the lead, and that's what happened there at Ranchi. Just when the final water hurdle came, Parul Chaudhary lost her footing, and Chinta got ahead, and from that moment up to the finishing line, Chinta got the lead and retained it till the end. Though Parul Chaudhary tried very hard from behind, but that was a gold medal finish by Chinta. I still remember that, and that was only a slight lack of concentration from Parul Chaudhary, which gave position of the gold medal to Chinta, and she seized that opportunity and finished the race at the first position at Ranchi 2 years before. Well, at your screen is Neeraj Chopra. Whenever he held his spear in his hand, our hope ignites. Already he has national record to his name, but can he add some more centimeters to that illustrious 88.07? That's what we have to see. Neeraj Chopra is flying high and dropping very well there. It's a valid throw, and what she what, excuse me, he is going to achieve. That's what we have to see. Returning to the steeplechase, well, I was discussing about these two girls, and I was reliving the moment of 2019 when in Ranchi, by just a few centimeters and lack of concentrations, the fate was decided. Parul Chaudhary is there, following closely the leader of this race, Komal Jagdale of Maharashtra. These two girls have opened up a very good gap of about 20 meters for their nearest challenger, Chinta of Uttar Pradesh. At that time, Chinta followed Parul Chaudhary very closely, and at that water hurdle there was a slight error by Parul Chaudhary and recovery from the water hurdle, and Chinta seized that opportunity and won the gold. Well, here they are again participating, but Parul Chaudhary and Komal Jagdale have opened up a very solid gap, and these two girls are taking the race to a close finish between these two, and they have opened up a solid gap over the rest of the three athletes. Here they crossed the water hurdle. Again Parul Chaudhary retained the lead, and this is what I was saying, that the water hurdle is always the toughest hurdle. That is very tough to cross. In fact, whenever we come across the name of steeplechase, our mind immediately goes to the domination of Kenya and how dominating they are in the men's section. Since 1968, they have won every gold medal in which Kenya has participated, though Kenya did not participate in 1976 Montreal Olympics and 1980 Moscow Olympic, and they could not get the gold medal there. But since 1968, they are participating in Olympics, and they are winning every gold medal there. In fact, in 2004 and 1992 at Barcelona, they made a clean sweep of gold medals in the men's section, and in women's section they are not bad either. The current gold medal winner, Ruth Jabet of Bahrain, is actually a Kenya-born athlete. Steeplechase has been so heavily dominated and associated with Kenya like no other athletic event with any of the nation. Well, here we are with the water jump. It's nice to see the drone camera in working. Parul Chaudhary at the front. Following her closely is a girl from Savitribai Phule Pune University product, Kavita Chadgale. Coach Virendra Singh spotted her talent. Coach Virendra Singh from Muzaffarnagar. He is currently in shipping a lot of talent from Maharashtra, and he has produced some sensational athletes like Lalita Babar and others, and a lot of long distance athletes are emerging from Maharashtra, and she is one of them. Coach Virendra Singh has guided Komal Jagdale to some different heights, and here she is performing very well here at PATAILA NIS in the 24th National Federation Cup. Has brought a lot of laurels to her state with a rich performance, and still these two girls are not giving any inch of space and not showing any sign of fatigue. It's all about measuring your stamina and also know the energy level of your opponent in long distance races, and you should know that when you have to go to the final kill. Still these two girls still measuring the lung power of each other. Here they are approaching towards the hurdle where they are going to cross the hurdle from shoulder to shoulder. Slight edge to the Maharashtra girl as they are approaching towards the point where they will hear the bell, and they know that now the final call has come. Something has to be done now from Parul Chaudhary, but when the moment will come, that's what we have to wait for. Still holding the edge is Komal Jagdale. Parul Chaudhary following her closely. Slight increase in her speed. these two girls. One by one they are crossing hurdle. Komal Jagdale looking in bright shape, not showing any sign of slowing down. Now Parul Chaudhary, just a bit of power she is applying to her legs, and from the outside she has made a very decisive moved ahead, and now she is opening up the gap. It's moved by Parul Chaudhary from that hurdle, and now she has turned herself into a sprinter. It's going Parul Chaudhary reaching towards the water jump. Here she crossed that quite beautifully, and now she has opened up a gap of about 10 meters. Something has to be done from Komal Jagdale at that level, but Komal Jagdale, I do not feel that she is going to catch Parul Chaudhary, because Parul Chaudhary is looking so focused, so poised, and she is reaching toward the finishing line. She can see the finishing line. Komal Jagdale is about 20 meters behind, and Parul Chaudhary of Uttar Pradesh, girl from Meerut, has won the gold medal in that contest. The girl from Pandarpur in Maharashtra has got the second position in that contest. All the other girls are only approaching towards the finishing line, so you can easily assess the domination of these two girls on the track. The third girl that is approaching towards the finishing line is Chinta of Uttar Pradesh. She won the gold in the national games and the silver in the Federation Cup, but here she has to be satisfied with only the bronze. Here she is approaching towards the finishing line, and it's a 1-3 finish for Uttar Pradesh, courtesy Parul Chaudhary and Chinta. Just cross the water hurdle is Priyanka Kasana, but before that, excuse me, Priyanka Kasana is a lap behind as she is approaching there. Here she is listening the bell for herself and approaching towards the closer of her efforts, and it's all about timing now for G Maheshwari of Telangana, and here she comes and judged her times, which is about 10 minutes and some seconds more. Still on the track is Priyanka Kasana of Rajasthan, and here I am handing over the mic to my fellow Muttu to take you towards the proceeding of javelin throw and the 3000 meter final of steeplechase. Over to you, Muttu, now.
Thank you, Mr. Vijayanand. Well, we are at the javelin throw arena with the third trial as in progress, and that is the results of 3000 meter steeplechase for women. Parul Chaudhary of Uttar Pradesh topping the list for the gold medal with 10 minutes 01.06 seconds. The silver medal winner is Komal Chandra of Maharashtra with 10 minutes 05.43 seconds. The third place winner is Chinta of Uttar Pradesh with 10 minutes 36.45 seconds. For the fourth place, it happens to be G Maheshwari of Telangana with 11.08.19 seconds. Moving back to the javelin throw arena, 693 had made a mark of 75.84 meters. And it will be 206 Jaydeep of Haryana to take the third trial. Jaydeep had registered 70.97 meters in his first trial, and that is Jaydeep of Haryana moving on. .90. happens to be in the third trial. And next to take the trial is 334 DP Manu of Karnataka. DP Manu is on the move. Two 4-8, Neeraj Chopra is getting ready. .74 for DP Manu in his third trial. DP Manu of Karnataka. And there is a crowd which is just behind, cheering up a lot for Neeraj Chopra, who had already qualified for the Olympics. That is Neeraj Chopra of Haryana. Seems to be a big throw. That happens to be a foul. Following Neeraj Chopra, it will be 1-4-0. Abhishek Dhral of Delhi. And it will be Abhishek Dhral of Delhi.
Secured first position. Komal Chandrakala from Maharashtra with the timing 10 minutes 05.43 seconds secured second position, and Chitta again from Uttar Pradesh secured third position with the timing 10 minutes 36.45 seconds.
And that happens to be 73.60 meters for Abhishek Dhral in the third trial. As three trials got over, the fourth is to be taken up, for which the seedings are being worked out according to the performance among the three trials. And in the meantime, I would like to keep you informed about the schedule. The javelin throw for men final is about to take up the fourth trial in a short time after the seedings are being prepared. And as we are taking you over to the track with 3000 meter steeplechase for women got over, we will now be taking up the final of 3000 meter steeplechase in the men's section. And following that, at 6:05 p.m., the last event for the day 3, the 10,000 meters for men final will be taken up. (3,000-meter steeplechase), as you all may be aware, a most fascinating race. Not only hurdle jump but also water jump. The athletes are getting ready. Here we have 2 or 3 stars. Avinash Sable, the national record holder and meet record holder as well, happens to be the gold medal winner of the last federation with a timing of 8 minutes 28.94 seconds, which was conducted in 2019. The another name is Shankarlal Swami of Haryana. He happens to be the silver medal winner of the last Federation Cup with 8 minutes 34.66 seconds and silver medal winner in the nationals. Balkishan happens to be the national bronze medal winner. Well, taking you over to the start line, 201 Balkishan of Haryana, 160 Gamit Atul Kumar of Gujarat, 526 Atul Ponia of Rajasthan, 303 Shankarlal Swami of Haryana, the silver medal of the federation as well as the national medal, 389 Vikram Singh of Madhya Pradesh, 254 Vicky Goswami of Haryana, 219 Raj Kumar of Haryana, 423 Avinash Sable, the national and the meet record holder representing Maharashtra, who happens to be the Federation Cup gold medalist and silver medalist of Doha Asian Games. 250 Navin Kumar Dagar of Haryana, 454 Sumit Kumar Gorai of Punjab, 680 Kuldeep Singh of Uttar Pradesh, 523 Prahlad Meena of Rajasthan, 735 Vicky Tomar of Uttar Pradesh, 512 Mukesh Kumar of Rajasthan, 539 Prince Raj Mishra of Sikkim, 665 Suraj Pal of Uttar Pradesh, 537 Rakesh Kumar Swami of Rajasthan, 646 Mohammad Noor Hazan of Uttar Pradesh, 147 Sumit Kumar of Delhi, 640 Lokesh Chowdhury of Uttar Pradesh, 224 Sanjay of Haryana, 725 Sonil Jolia Jinabhai of Gujarat, and bib number 686 Pavan Verma of Uttar Pradesh. The national record for the even 3000 meter steeplechase stands in the name of Avinash Sable with 8 minutes 21.37 seconds created in 2019, and the meet records also stands in the name of Avinash Sable with 8 minutes 28.94 seconds created in 2019. The Olympic qualifying mark for this 3000 meter steeplechase stands at 8 minutes 22.00 seconds. Twenty-three of the athletes are taking part in this 3000 meter steeplechase final for men. Well, that was the start of the final. of 3000 meter steeplechase for men. As many as 23 athletes are taking part in this final, and it is 250 Navin Kumar Dagar of Haryana who is presently leading the batch, being followed by 160 Gamit Atul Kumar of Gujarat. 423 now moves to the second spot. Avinash Sable of Maharashtra, the Indian international athlete who had won gold medal in the Asian Games at Doha. On the move, they will have to go for 7 more laps for this 3000 meter steeplechase. Athletes moving over the hurdle. Crossing the hurdle. And that is the water jump for them. After the water jump, they come into the straights. .423 is the leader at present, being followed by 250 Avinash Sable. 423 is the leader, being followed by 250 Navin Kumar Dagar of Haryana. Avinash Sable maintains the lead. He moves on in the front, having Navin Kumar Dagar of Haryana at the second spot. Of course, he is also closer to them. Water jump being executed. These two athletes are leading the bunch, leaving the other athletes very much behind. And that is Avinash Sable, who is comfortable in the straights. And after Avinash Sable, this is the bunch with 537 leading the pack. Rakesh Kumar Swami of Rajasthan. They'll have to go for 5 more laps. In the curve, Avinash Sable in the straights, well ahead of the other athletes. He is very much ahead, almost more than 50 to 60 meters. And that happens to be 303 Shankarlal Swami of Haryana in the second spot at present. And after a gap of 20 meters, there is a bunch with 526, 537 and 539. 526 in the bunch. It is Atul Ponia of Rajasthan leading that bunch. First and second place runners are very much ahead, and almost there is more than 50 meters gap between Avinash Sable and Atul Ponia of Rajasthan. And 20 meters later, the bunch of athletes, and from that bunch one of the athlete got separated, and he is little more leading. That is 303. At present it is 303. Shankarlal Swami is in the third position, and Avinash Sable is so comfortable moving in the straights, and wherein you will have to go for 3 more laps having 3:03 Shankarlal Swami of Haryana in the second spot. 5:26 behind him is Atul Ponia of Rajasthan, and behind just 5 meters behind there is another athlete with 2:01 Balkishan of Haryana, and behind them we have 5:37 2:19 5:37 Rakesh Kumar Swami of Rajasthan, 2:19 Rajkumar of Haryana. The athletes will have to go for 3 more laps. Avinash Sabli, the national record holder and the meet record holder as well, who also happens to be the Asian gold medalist at Doha, is very much ahead of the remaining athletes. And when he crosses this, at no point of time others could be able to catch him, and that is Avinash Sable moving for 2 more laps. 3:03 is also quite comfortable at the second spot. Shankarlal Swami of Haryana. Shankarlal Swami of Haryana happens to be the silver medal winner of the last federation and national as well. 5:26 Atul Ponia of Rajasthan is in the third position at present, having Balkishan of Haryana in the fourth one. 2:19 Rajkumar of Haryana in the fifth place at present. And as far as Avinash Sable is concerned, he is moving closer to the water jump. Avinash Sable enters the strides. And that is Avinash Sable comfortably moving ahead. That bell sound is the indication for the lead athlete to go for the last lap in 3000 meter steeplechase. 3:03 is very much behind, and he happens to be the second athlete as of now, Shankarlal Swami. .526 Atul Ponia is at the third spot at present with 2:01 in the fourth spot. The national record holder and the meet record holder as well. 4:23 Avinash Sable is in the home stretch, and almost 20 meters to go, increasing the speed and finishing in style. And that is 3:03 Shankarlal Swami of Haryana, who is finishing for the silver. .219 Rajkumar of Haryana finishing next, followed by 725 537. Many of the athletes having finished, only few are left to go for the last lap. And as far as Avinash Sable is concerned, having started just after 1.5 laps, he had taken the lead, and right from that point he never allowed anyone to go in front of him, and he was the one who was leading the entire race. And after that he consolidated the lead and improved the lead lap after lap. and almost in the last 3-4 laps he made the result very sure that no one could catch him at that point, and that is how he was so comfortable in finishing on top. And they are the athletes, those are towards the finish of 3000 meter steeplechase. And we are now back at the javelin throw arena. For 2-1, taking his fifth trial. Uttam Bala Sahib Patil of Maharashtra had registered 68.20 meters in his fifth trial. And next to take the trial is 693. Rohit Yadav of Uttar Pradesh. In his earlier throws, he had registered 76.32 meters in his first trial, 79.84 meters in his second trial, and this happens to be his fifth one. And that is the result for 3000 meters steeplechase. Avinash Sable, as expected, finishing on top with 8 minutes 20.20 seconds. Shankarlal Swami for the second spot with 8 minutes. And it is going to be Neeraj Chopra. Neeraj Chopra is about to take his fifth trial. Moving on. Neeraj Chopra made 79.41 in his first trial, and third one happened to be a foul, and this happens to be the fifth one. .63 meters in the fifth trial. His personal best is at 88.07. And as 5 trials got over, the officials are working out for the seeding, and as of now the 6th trial for javelin throw will have to go on. as the sixth trial of javelin throw in the men's section will have to be taken up after the seating is over. We have one more event to go for the day, which is about to begin in a very short time from now, which will be the final of 10,000 meters for men. And as far as the results of 3000 meters steeplechase is concerned, Avinash Sable of Maharashtra had created a new national record and meet record as well. He had returned his own record of 8 minutes 20.20 seconds. The national record stood at 8 minutes 21.37 seconds created in 2019, and the meet record also stood in his name at 8 minutes 28.94 seconds created in 2019. Both had been rewritten by himself at 8 minutes 20.20 seconds. Shankarlal Swami of Haryana registered his victory for the silver medal with 8 minutes 34.33 seconds, while Rajkumar of Haryana had registered 8 minutes 49.96 seconds for the bronze medal. And Avinash Sable is also getting qualified to participate in the ensuing Olympics. With the sixth trial to go on, we are about to take up the 10,000 meters. And that is going to be 111 Newton Katoki of Assam, who will be taking his sixth trial. And that is Newton Katoki of Assam for his sixth one. And that is 69.45. And the next athlete to take the sixth trial will be 140 Abhishek Dhral of Delhi. That happens to be a good attempt. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as we'll be taking over the 10,000 meters in a short while, from javelin throw arena, we will also be shifting you over to the start line. And I invite Mr. Vijayanand. And as far as the finals of 10,000 meters, it is 519 Shravan Kumar Beniwal of Rajasthan. Well, to take up the javelin throw, and also the last event for day 3, 10,000 meter final for men, I now invite Mr. Vijayanand to take over.
seconds and meet record 28 minutes 57.90 seconds. Olympic qualifying mark for the event is 27 minutes 28 seconds.
Well, 12 participants for the final of 10,000 meter race for men are ready. They are up in line, and let me introduce you to all of them one by one. From Karnataka, we are going to see participation from Veliappa AB. Then from Uttar Pradesh, we have Abhishek Pal, whose season best timing of 29 minutes 22.37 seconds. I hope he will surpass that figure. Murli Gavit, favorite to win this contest. He is participating there as well from Gujarat. Won the gold medal in the previous meet, and he will try to defend his title. He won the bronze in Asian Athletics Championship with the timing of 28 minutes 38.34 seconds, which happens to be his personal best as well. Then he also participates in 5,000 meters. Shravan Kumar Beniwal of Rajasthan. Another athlete from Rajasthan is Amit Jangir. Two athletes from Uttar Pradesh are participating in it, and their names are Rahul Kumar Rajbhar and Kartik Kumar. And combo of Haryana is courtesy Vikas and Gurpreet. Harmanjot Singh of Madhya Pradesh, Arjun Singh Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, and Rohit Yadav from Maharashtra are the participants.
इधर आ जा
25 laps to be completed. Kartik Kumar at this moment is leading, and behind him is Amit Jangir. Murli Gavit, maybe the best man on the track, is currently running at the 10th position. Still a long way to go. He might be waiting in the wings, but the pace setter at this point is Kartik Kumar. First 10 are running at a distance of about only 20 meters. Very close bunch that they are currently following. Well, Indians have dominated the Asian scene. Excuse me, and returning to this 10,000 meter final, in which Kartik Kumar is still leading the pack, and following him there is Amit Jangir of Rajasthan. Well, I was mentioning that this is the event in which Indians have not tasted a lot of success at the Asian level. Only 5 medals have come for India in this event so far. In 1951, Gurbachan Singh won the bronze medal in this contest in 1959 at Delhi. Then at Jakarta in 1962, Tirlochan Singh won the gold medal, the first gold medal for India. Then Shivanath Singh, what? Achha. Then in 1974 at Tehran Asian Games, Shivanath Singh won the gold medal in that. Won the silver in that Asian Games. Then in the second gold came to India in this contest. Here at your screen is Neeraj Chopra. Whenever he's hold his spear in his hand, our hope ignites that he will do something extra. Neeraj Chopra. He is there getting all the cheers from the crowd. They are charging him up for something extra. May he go beyond 88.07. That's what we think. From Panipat, Neeraj Chopra, but he stopped in the middle. A bit lack of concentration. Well, what I was mentioning is that 5 medals came in the kitty of India in the 10,000 meter race for men. 2 have been in the color of gold, courtesy Tirlochan Singh and Harichand in 1962 and 78 from Jakarta and Bangkok respectively. Then India has won 2 bronze in 1951 and in 1998 at Delhi and Bangkok, courtesy Gurbachan Singh and Gulab Chand. And silver came to India in 1974, courtesy Shivnath Singh at Tehran. Well, it's a very good throw from Neeraj Chopra in the meantime, but he's not looking quite pleased with this try. The judges are calculating the distance. 88.07 is the national record in his name. So only 20 centimeters short of 88 from Neeraj Chopra. So this is how we came to the conclusion of the javelin throw. Well, returning to the 10,000 meter race for men, where still Kartik Kumar is leading, and Murali Gavit is still running at the 10th spot. All of them are conserving their energy, and no one is going for a push in the speed. They all are maintaining pretty handsome distance with each other, and no one is in fact trying from the outside. 21 more laps to go for the completion of this race. Four gold medals in the previous Olympic Games are coming in the kitty of Bahrain, and before that 4 state golds were won by Japan from 1986 to 1998. 4 state gold medals to Japan. The order is still the same. It's Kartik, then Amit Jangid, and at the third position is Beliyappa AB of Karnataka. The only athlete that is lagging behind is Rohit Yadav of Maharashtra. He is currently at the fag part of the pack, but the distance between the first and the 12th athlete is only of about 20 meters. So anything can happen there. They all are running a very close pack. This is the longest race of the track, and no one is taking any chance, and they all are preserving their energy in this contest. This is the last event of the day as well, and we hope that we'll see a tight finish in it. Many times we have seen a lonely warrior reaching toward the finishing line all alone. Kartik Kumar, then Amit Jangid, and then Beliyappa AB. Order is still the same. Fourth position is Harmanjot Singh of Madhya Pradesh. Keep your eyes on Murali Gavit, but he is still following all the racers, currently running at the 10th position there. Murali Gavit, among all of them, the most decorated athlete, won the bronze in Doha Asian Athletics Championship. Well, if I recollect from my memory, then I can say that he got the bronze in that contest, and the first 2 positions went to the Bahraini athletes, and both of them were African born athletes. Asian scene is now being dominated by the athletes born in Kenya, Ethiopia, Morocco, or other dominating African nations, and they are participating from the Gulf nations for Asia and winning medals for them. It's now a pack of 6, 5 and 1. In fact, now Murali Gavit has upgraded himself to the 7th position there. Slightly the gap is opening. Now Murali Gavit increased space, and he is coming to the front, and one of them has just left the race, and he went outside to have some drink. Kartik Kumar, the leader, now is Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. Murali Gavit is currently running at the 7th position. Keep your eyes on him. Amit Jangid of Rajasthan is at the 2nd spot. While if we go down to study this race in the Olympic perspective, then Mohammad Farah is undisputed king of this race. In fact, he won the double gold medal in 5000 and 10,000 meter in 2 consecutive Olympics, in 2012 at London and in 2016 at Rio. One of the most decorated long distance athletes modern athletics has ever seen. Born in Somalia, one of the most fanciest athletes in the long distance. He broke the hegemony of African nations in this contest. And before that, whole gold medals went to Ethiopia, 2 won each by the legend Haile Gebrselassie and Kenenisa Bekele. And after that, Muhammad Farah is dominating the scene. It's nice to see that all the racers are still running at a close margin from the outside, putting pressure on the leader. Amit Jangir is Kartik Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. At third position is Beliappa AP. He is constantly running at the third position there. Arjun Kumar is running at the fourth position, and keep your eyes on Murali Gavit, who is at the seventh position at this time. Still 16 more laps to go in this race. All are conserving their energy for the final push. 11 minutes they have taken in completing the journey so far. It's nice to see that still they are running at a very good pace. Qualifying for the Olympic is a very tough ask, because the qualifying mark is 27 minutes 28 seconds. National record stands in the name of Surendra Kumar. Also, it's the meets record. And let's go down to the memory lane, and I am recollecting those moments of Surendra Kumar when in 2008 he was at the peak of his form and shattered the record in 3000 meters and 10,000 meters in a gap of about 2 months. On 4th of June in 2008 in the United Kingdom, he set the national record in 3000 meters, and the timing that he took was 7 minutes 50.31. After a few days he traveled to Vigo in Spain, and then on 12th of July in 2008
कार्तिक कुमार, अर्जुन कुमार, जिनमें से
Surinder Singh of as I was mentioning,
2019 एशियन एथलेटिक चैंपियनशिप के कांस्य पदक विजेता रहे हैं, और बलियाप्पा एबी, जिन्होंने कि दासरा हाफ मैराथन में प्रथम स्थान प्राप्त किया है। ये मुख्य प्रतिद्वंदी हैं।
Well, at Vigo in Spain, Surinder Singh set a very rich pace, and at the timing of 28 minutes 2.89 seconds, he scripted the history of national record. Since 2008, that the timing is virtually untouched, and we hope and expect that someone rise from the scene and broke that national record. This is the event that's constantly giving us the pain, because only 5 medals have come so far for us in Asian Games in this event. Still leading the pack is Amit Jangir of Rajasthan. Still we are waiting for a final push, but it's all about the timing. In fact, more than half of the race is yet to be covered. 14 minutes have gone by. For the first time in lead is Abhishek Pal. Following him is Amit Jangid. Murali Gavit is at 8th position there. Now at 9th. A slight change in the lineup. Gurpreet of Haryana is lagging behind in this race. And now sudden burst of speed from the outside. From Shravan Kumar Beniwal of Rajasthan, and he is at the first position. In fact, Shravan Kumar Beniwal is looking in good shape, and he is moving ahead. Amit Jangal got the call, also from Rajasthan, and these two athletes have now moved ahead. Shravan Kumar Beniwal and Amit Jangir. These two are looking to open up a gap over the rest of the field. They all are following him closely. This is one of the most grueling competition of the track, the longest. It's all about conserving your energy, preserving your stamina, and also know the energy level of your opponent. Murali Gavit now have decided to come ahead and factor from the pack, increased his speed, and he knew that he has to be among the front few. Murali Gavit running at the 7th position there. Shravan Kumar Beniwal and his partner from Rajasthan team, Amit Jangir. These two athletes are running at the first two positions there. And at the third spot is Beliappa AB of Karnataka. Murali Gavit has not decided to come ahead, and still he is waiting in the wings, currently running at the 7th position there. Karthik Kumar at the 5th spot, and running at the 6th position is Abhishek Pal from Uttar Pradesh team. So these 7 athletes have opened up some margin over the others. Something has to be done from the rest of the athletes. Gurpreet under threat of going a lap down. Two athletes from Rajasthan energizing their body from the water. Now they have decided again to come ahead at the front. Beliappa AB is there at the first position, but running from shoulder to shoulder are the other two athletes from Rajasthan. Beliappa AB is still holding to the inner line on this track, and Shravan and Amit of Rajasthan are following him closely. Made a good move, Arjun Kumar from Uttar Pradesh. In the meantime, and he is at the 4th position. Karthik is just behind him. 10 more laps to go. Very interesting thing is that in the Olympics, the most successful nation in this event is Finland. They have won 7 gold medals in this contest. At the 2nd position is Ethiopia with 536, and United Kingdom is the 3rd most successful nation with 212. So that's a very interesting fact, that Finland is the most successful nation, but their domination has been challenged by the African nations in recent years. Excuse me, Finland and Ethiopia are currently holding the first 2 spots in the medal tally. That's a bit correction there. Well, what I was mentioning is that the The last two medals for Finland came in 1976 and 1980. In 1976, they won their last gold medal. In 1980, they won the medal in the color of silver. Since then, they are still searching their first medal, despite being the most successful nation in 10,000 meter race for men in Olympics. Well, here we are again. As you can see, the 10 athletes still are running at a very close pack. They are doing very well there. Still no one is giving any inch of space to any athlete. Still the race is wide open for everyone. The sun has set at PATAILA. Murli Gavit, 7th spot is for him. He is chasing them. In fact, up to now he has been only a chaser. 8 more laps to go for all the athletes.
Former athletes, first of all, I would like to invite Mr. Daljit Singh Ji, who is the former javelin national record holder and international.
And certainly stopped in the middle and suffering pain. Amit Jangal, he is not looking in good shape, and he suddenly stopped his campaign in the middle. Amit Jangal of Rajasthan. So 10 athletes now left on the track. Excuse me, 11. Amit Jangal, maybe some trouble there with him, and I hope that he is in his good health. He led for most part of the race, but suddenly his journey has come to an end. He stopped in the middle. Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh is currently the leader in this race. Beliyappa AB is currently in the second position. And Shravan Kumar Beniwal is at the third spot. Murali Gavit at the sixth spot. Abhishek Pal, whose season best timing is of 29 minutes at 22.37 seconds, is at the fourth position there. Excuse me, Abhishek Pal is at the fifth position there. Just ahead of him,
who himself was a national record holder in javelin throw and in 1991 Asian Championship gold medalist. SP Patiala.
Here they are, Karthik Kumar running at the fourth position there. Still pack is trying so hard to retain their position. Murali Gavit running at the sixth position there. From the outside, it looks that Karthik Kumar is going for a push, but then he decided to wait to increase his speed. Here they are still running. 6 more laps to go for these athletes. 11 remaining on the track. It's Arjun. And from the outside now Murali Gavit is looking to make the move. He's running from shoulder to shoulder at the third position there. Murali Gavit is coming closer and closer to the first two athletes. Murali Gavit. Suddenly increase in the pace, and the new leader of this pack is Rohit Yadav.
पुरुषों की 10,000 मीटर दौड़ प्रतियोगिता में 20 चक्रों की समाप्ति पर मुरली कुमार गावित, कार्तिक कुमार, अर्जुन कुमार
It's looking quite promising in the speed from the outside, making a good move and putting water on his body and rejoining the race at the first position, and now opening up the gap over the rest of the field is Shravan Kumar Beniwal. Shravan Kumar Beniwal opening up a gap of about 5 meters for himself. Look to his back, Rohit Yadav currently running at the second position. At your screen is Shravan Kumar Beniwal, but can he enjoy these movements? Because the other athletes are not too far behind.
I will request the team manager from Sikkim or whoever has accompanied Prince Raj
In fact, Murli Gavit is losing the pace and he is out of the fray. Something has to be done from Murli Gavit of Gujarat, the most fanciest athlete on the track. But at the moment, Murli Gavit is struggling, and he is struggling at the 8th position there. Murli Gavit, something has to be done from him. But Shravan Kumar Beniwal is our current leader, and he is looking in good touch. Following him is Gurpreet from Hari.
announcement बूथ के पास आकर प्रिंस राज मिश्रा की कोरोना रिपोर्ट के साथ संपर्क करें, यह अति आवश्यक है।
Doing very well there is still. In fact, Gurpreet is one lap down. Here is our leader. It's Shravan Kumar Beniwal. All the athletes are trying so hard in their positions, but what they can achieve there, it's a matter of time. Abhishek Pal of Uttar Pradesh is running quite close to the leader, and behind him is Kartik Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. So two athletes from Uttar Pradesh are putting pressure on the athlete from Rajasthan in this contest. Still it's quite open. Still it could be anyone's gold. Shravan Beniwal. So these are the front four.
दूसरी साइड हो जाओ, दूसरी साइड हो जाओ यार, फ्रेम में कर रहे हो।
Shravan Kumar Beniwal is still leading there, and following him closely is Abhishek Pal. Something has to be done from other athletes, else it's going to be very tough for them. It's Fantastic Four who are running there and currently in the order. The crowd is cheering. They knew that it's Shravan Kumar Beniwal who is still in the lead. Shravan Kumar Beniwal. Behind him is Abhishek Pal, and from the outside putting them under pressure is athlete from Uttar Pradesh. Arjun Kumar is running at the 3rd position there, and at the 4th position is also athlete from Uttar Pradesh, Kartik Kumar. Shravan Kumar Beniwal, can he be there? Can he retain his first position there, as they are approaching towards the point from where they will hear the bell, and we are going to see burst in their speed. Here they are going for the explosion as they hear the bell, and here we go, the Fantastic Four. It could be anyone's race. For the first time in race, at the first position is Abhishek Pal of Uttar Pradesh. Abhishek Pal of Uttar Pradesh, he is doing very well there, currently running at the first position there, and putting him under pressure is also athlete from Uttar Pradesh. He is at the 2nd position. So Abhishek, and the 3rd athlete who is coming to the front is also Kartik. So Kartik there, Kartik following him, ahead of him is Arjun Kumar. Kartik, Arjun and Abhishek. This is the order. Abhishek, can he be there? Can he be there? Abhishek, he's trying so hard to retain his first position there, and he is looking all poised. On 150 meters to go, and he has turned himself into a sprinter. Abhishek Pal doing very well there, reaching toward the finishing line at the first position there. Abhishek Pal, he's looking in bright shape, and he's approaching there, following him closely at the second position. Can he cause an upset? Is Kartik Kumar. Kartik Kumar is doing very well there. Kartik Kumar, can he upset? No, he cannot. And Abhishek Kumar of Uttar Pradesh, Abhishek Pal is going to win the gold medal. Yes, Abhishek Pal raised both his arms. Too satisfied with his performance is also the athlete of Uttar Pradesh, Kartik Kumar, and third position went to Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh. So it's 1, 2, 3 for Uttar Pradesh athletes there. What a race for this guy of Uttar Pradesh. His season best timing was 29 minutes 22.37 seconds. He could not surpass that, but despite that, a very good race from athlete of Uttar Pradesh. He waited for so long in the wings, and once he came ahead in the last lap, he maintained his edge till the end. Abhishek Pal of Uttar Pradesh, full congratulations to her. It was a clean sweep for the athletes of Uttar Pradesh in that contest, and Abhishek Pal came first in that one. Murali Gavit, who was a favorite to win this contest, is now approaching towards the finishing line, and here he closed his contest. Other athletes who are behind a lap, they are approaching towards the finishing line, and what is a point of interest for them is the timing. Here is Gurpreet of Haryana. He was a lap down, and he is approaching towards the point of where he will end his campaign. It's quite late evening now in Patiala. Gurpreet at your screen. And that's how he finished his campaign. So all the athletes are now in home. And this is the result of the race. And what I was mentioning, that all the three winners of this race are from Uttar Pradesh. Abhishek Pal won that race with the timing of 29 minutes 47.49 seconds. Kartik Kumar came second, and Arjun Kumar of Uttar Pradesh came third. About a second divided these three athletes. Shivan Kumar of Rajasthan did very well, but could only finish fourth. Peliappa AP, he remained in the front three, but in the end he could come only fifth. That's how we have come to the close of the day 3 of 24th National Federation Cup Senior Athletics Championship 2021, and see you tomorrow for action of day 4. Till then, it's good evening.